Loud. Turn this one up, my boy.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is radio.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On Misfits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On Misfits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show.
From 3 to 5, they going live on Misfits Radio. Every Sunday, yeah, they certified. My favorite show. New guest this week, ain't no surprise what you been praying for. If you trying to take they top spot, you better pray some more. Slick got the camera rolling, lab on the ones and twos. It's a lot, they going in the dirt and someone come for you. This my favorite podcast, you listen, it's your favorite too. Playing all the hits where they in trouble if they play with you. Artists in your music in, come and get an interview. Tune in every Sunday, cause you know that's what I'm about to do. 3 to 5, they going live, black owned and black operated. Indie hits the mainstream, if it's hot, they gonna play it. I ain't even gotta say it, watch it back on Roku. Going live on IG or catch the show on YouTube. Tune in every Sunday and catch up on the latest news. Or close your ears and close your eyes, cause that's what all the haters do.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On Misfits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On Misfits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show. 3 to 5, they going live every Sunday. Right here on Misfits Radio, man. Tune in. Catch up on all the current events, all the bullshit going on in the world. And you go get some hot ass music. Let's go.
Yeah, baby. You are officially in the mix, baby. I am Mixalot.
I am DJLAB. I'm trying to put Donna in the picture.
Oh, wow.
In the
Why?
picture on live. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, we here.
We're in the building. We got Slick 316 in the building, baby. And we will want to say to you guys, Happy Fiscal New Year.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been a while. It's been a while, man. Yes. We appreciate y'all, though.
Yeah,
we appreciate y'all for being around and actually tapping in, and you know.
You heard that fiscal New Year, right?
Right. Cause I tell people all the time, like, so my New Year starts in March around my birthday, which is the latter part of March, and I just feel like it starts then, just because everything is rejuvenating. You have things starting to blossom. The seeds that you kind of sowed. Or, you start to reap them, the ones that you sowed when it wasn't reaping season. So in March, here we go. We starting it. Everything is, doing this thing, man.
Right.
I've,
spring anyway, right?
yeah, and I've always felt like that, even before it became popular.
Right.
So a lot of times, I might not say it, but yeah, that's what it is. So I say fiscal New Year because that's exactly what it is to me. January 1st is basically when things start over for the fiscal year for most people.
Right.
So I ain't trying to knock nobody off they square. Because if it's your New Year, that's where you are.
Well, if they
and
stay
that's fine.
If they stay perpendicular to it, they would get knocked
Right. So, I just have to put that out there. But yeah, the fiscal New Year, man, and this is the first show that I've done this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yes. Because the past, I'm just going to say, maybe 90 days have been, maybe not even 90, maybe the last 60 days have been overwhelming. It's been a lot, but I'm still thankful.
You still here? You made it through?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I was telling that. I was talking
Absolutely.
to somebody, and I was telling them, yeah, you had a hard time, but you made it through. Now you know what you can accomplish. Now you know what you don't want to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Who was our I forget what
I
I
always tell people that because I stay super thankful. Even for the things that a lot of people wouldn't be thankful for, I stay super thankful for them as well because they're needed to sometimes bring your focus back where it need to be. Mm-hmm. And without it, so you'll kind of lose yourself. I do want to let you guys know. I know that you may be on the device that you may want to call in on, but in the event that you want to call into the station, you can at 678-740-9894.
That's right.
678-740-9894.
That's right.
And tap in. We'll be kind of like not really all over the place today, but we will talk about a lot of different things today. And one is going to be, and you guys can call in or you can tap in on social media as well. If you could have your grandmother to cook anything for you right now, what would that dish be or what would it be? So that's something that, and like I said, you can tap in on social media. You can, however you want to do it. But I'm just curious to know. And the main thing, I put it up on Facebook. Mm-hmm. But what I've realized is my social media is going haywire because I don't have the same followers no more. At one time you would have the same followers across social media.
Right.
Some kind of way mine done got
the algorithm
off.
Changed.
The algorithm,
on Instagram, when you up this new update,
yeah.
Not only have they changed the way the Instagram is set up, but they also have changed the algorithm too. So the people that you normally would reach or the normal audience you have, they're not as same as
okay, because I've been trying to figure this thing out,
right?
And I realized that it's not so. I think what I'm going to do is a lot of the things that I put on Facebook, I am going to bring it to Westside Misfits show because I do get a lot of feedback or a lot of engagement on Facebook. But we also go live on YouTube. We go live on Instagram. We're live anywhere you could be live. That's what we are.
Right.
And I want to give you guys a chance to tap in as well. And it's just been a lot, especially with our Westside Misfits page still being gone.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the...
Yeah.
I better not say it.
Yeah, we might get...
But they took our Westside Misfits page, and we just haven't been able to get it back yet. I guess we'll continue to try. Mm-hmm. But it's just the point of, they took the Instagram page, but... I was trying to figure out, but on Facebook, the page that's connected to that page on Facebook, that page still getting, are you all actually manually putting posts on that page now, or how does that go?
I don't deal with
Facebook, okay.
Slick does
so
that.
I have to talk to Slick, because we get a lot of engagement still from that page.
I don't mess
so
with
I don't know if it's just
social media at all on Facebook.
Okay.
I know what I did it on Instagram. Some white lady said we posted her copyright, but I want to tell you, when Slick posts something, she always puts everybody's name in the caption.
That's what I was just finna say, but it even
who it came from.
That's my whole point of saying, even if we did repost it, most times people get credit for what we repost. So I don't know if that was the issue.
I can't remember her page. I went to her page. She was saying she didn't want you to repost it. She wanted you to just, where you take the arrow and put it,
share it.
She wants you to share it. She don't want you to repost it. Cause it's
where
hers.
the hell did she put that at? On her page?
Yeah, she put I can't remember her. I want you to see it so, y'all to see it so bad. It's a big post on her page saying, yeah, you see that copyright infringement I got on y'all page, right? I want y'all to see it. I want y'all to sit there and look at it and see y'all page gone. Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
Who she was talking to?
I guess she did it to a lot of people.
Really?
A few people in her comments saying, you a simple bee. Like, just this is like this social media. If you share it,
with an open page, that's how she acting.
Yeah. She don't know people getting unsettled about their pages, man.
So wait a minute. So this was the white lady. Mm-hmm. That do anybody even know what the post was about?
I don't even know the post. Cause
I received
they took it down so quick.
I was just about to say, cause I seen, so when I received the message on Facebook, I received the message that said something about it, but that wasn't our first time ever seeing a message like that for our page. So I saw it, but I didn't even think to screenshot it or, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. But I don't know. That was crazy. Yeah. So we're going to have to find out what her page is, because I'm just curious to know. Like, and I get what she's saying to a certain extent, but my whole thing is make it where you can't repost it, because you can do that.
Right, you can. Well, yeah, you can.
You can make it. No, yeah. Like, you know how we got the repost apps and stuff? You can make it where your stuff is unrepostable. Right. Like, you can't repost it. So for you to just do that and deliberately take people's pages, that's some mean girl shit. That's dangerous as I don't know way.
People work very hard for their pages.
They sure do.
Get social media built up. That's why I don't repost nobody else stuff. Like, I go somewhere else and find it somewhere else, or I find just different stuff, because people. Social media is not what it used to be.
It's not. I think for us, we use it for what we feel like it is supposed to be used for. But for other people, it's truly a way for them to be the mean motherfuckers that they are. Let me just say that.
Right.
A lot of times that's the only place they have an outlet. So they bullies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things that we may not use it for, but we know people do use it for those reasons. My whole thing is, if that's what you use social media for, I have no problem with you. But if I ever figure it out, I ain't gonna even know you on social media.
Right.
Cause we not finna, like, I don't play like that. Right. And I definitely had never seen that page before when we got the message for it. But however, you know, we tried to get it back. We haven't been successful yet, but we know that at some point we will, because that page had over 70,000 followers on it. And, you know, the hard work that Slick put into actually building that page and, you know, just doing what you do, you know, you just kind of apprehensive about starting it over. Yeah. So,
and then, you know, like I was saying, social media is not as fun as it used to be, because everybody's, and I get it, don't get me wrong, you have to make your money. Everybody's just trying to make money off of it now, and where when it first started, it was just about fun, laughing, talking. Now with the whole money implementation of monetizing social media, it's become kind of a dog-eat-dog world to me.
Well, it can be looked at in that sense. It says, what kind of trouble?
Yes, probably because we're talking about social media. Nah, I just sometimes it get like that.
But no, so for me, let me just say this. I don't think it's monetizing the pages is what actually did it. I think it's people themselves. I think it's the way that the world is kind of set up now. And the reason I say that is because I still get on social media and I laugh. We have fun. We joke. We play. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get on there. We talk about, sometimes we do talk about serious stuff. Now, my page is a lot more calmer since, you know, in the recent years, because I used to get on there and act a fool. But with age comes maturity. Right. And because I didn't used to, like, I still don't really care about offending people, because you're going to offend people by
regardless.
Whatever.
You can say hello, and they be like, what you mean by hello?
Right. You say good morning. What's so good about it?
Right.
Like, what? You cool?
Right.
How is you cool?
Well, they're coming in bed. Morning meaning death. Why you saying
right.
Morning,
like, yo, woke ass, go back to bed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just, I don't care about the being offensive towards people part, because I don't never know a lot of times what I've done. I remember one time I called somebody slow, and I wasn't even talking to this person. This person came in my comments and was like, that's disrespectful to my son who has Down syndrome. I said, I didn't even know you had no son, let alone one with Down syndrome.
Right.
How the hell you get to my comment out of all of these comments talking about your son with Down syndrome? How what?
Well, don't let him look at this comment then.
That's what I'm saying. Can he read it? Because, bitch, what is you talking about?
One thing
and then...
one thing I love, sometimes I do, it gets me, I love being petty in the comments.
Let me tell you something. Lab puts up a post. Lab puts up this post where he was like, yeah, cause somebody said this to me and da da da. So I was like, who said that? And so he was like this. So he sent me the page where him and somebody was going at it. I was on the comments crying. Cause what the hell, Lab? You had time that day.
I had time for all of them.
He had time that day. And when I tell y'all he was tearing their ass up, I didn't even have room to comment. Because I was like, you know what? I don't even want to start it back up. Cause what is going on here? Lab, but it was something that he said to them. That shit had me rolling.
Well, one of the guys came in and said, trying to be smart. I said something about.
Oh yeah.
I said, hey, don't have sex with that dog.
Right. I was like, one day when I went to the page, I was like, yeah, he definitely be doing it with dogs. I was crying, laughing. I was like, you know what? I should not be this stupid. But I don't know. It just be the people that really be on social media just to be offended by some shit. I'm like.
Always.
And then, see, so what happens is with the pages being monetized is that honestly what gets you paid is rage bait. Mm-hmm. So you will post stuff that people will have mixed feelings about, which is cool to me because let me tell you something. Social media will tell you exactly who you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they will show you who you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying judge nobody off of their social media because you can't even gauge me on social media like that. Right. Like, you just see certain parts. So I'm not saying judge people off that, but you get an idea of who people are.
Most definitely.
And most times people do rage bait. They post stuff that they know people gonna be like, oh hell nah, you know what I'm saying? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
You know that's
let me comment on this.
Exactly because it brings engagement. So I get it, but my whole thing is, and I guess because we the last generation that will actually live in this world that social media wasn't a part of at our beginning.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm add to that. And we obviously are the last generation who know how to Joan folk.
Oh, man, and I'm telling you.
Because me in the comments with these folks, they don't know how to Joan each other.
I seen a popular podcast host, in which a lot of his stuff I do like and I do agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like, his thing is, he said that we need to grow out of joning and making fun of people and this, that, and the other. Now, he's younger than us.
Right.
So he's like 30 or what, 30? I don't think he's no more than like 35. Basically. Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? That's that sensitive shit that we didn't necessarily have to deal with because if you could, like, for instance, my mama children fat. Mm-hmm. That's all you gonna be able to say, cause we finna tear your ass up with your ugly bitch. Like, I'm talking about, like, we learned how to Joan.
Right.
Cause what you talking about fat? I can lose this weight, but what you finna do? Ugly?
Right.
Like, so it's just certain stuff we just not super sensitive about.
We not.
But when I heard him say that, and I saw the people in the comments, a lot of them were agreeing with that, I was like, yeah, they a whole lot more sensitive than that. It may be, I ain't gonna necessarily say smarter, but they may be a little, with the technology and stuff. I said, but the 35 and unders, they's too sensitive for what we grew up doing and how we grew up and survived.
They wouldn't have survived.
They would not have survived.
None of that.
Just being honest with you, just like they wouldn't have.
Yeah, Joning was a rite of passage for us. I mean, if you knew how to Joan folks, it was just, for me, especially in Chicago, we would sit on the stoop and we would just Joan each other. And it wasn't no personal, we didn't take it personally.
Right. It ain't like we were saying, oh, man. Now, sometimes things can get out of hand. Mm-hmm. And you might call somebody parent a crackhead if that's what they is. But it was only, like, you only hit below the belt at a certain stage. Like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't.
And it's generally after you already been hit.
Exactly. So, yeah, so it's just, I don't know, things just different for us. But he was like, and it ain't, because one thing about us, we learn how to deal with life through the shenanigans, through laughing and through joking and things like that. And with them, everything got to be taken so serious. And it's kind of like, y'all want everything to be so literal, and it's like, it's so unnecessary. Like, you really, like, it's just so unnecessary. Quit doing it. You disturbing your own peace by trying to take everything so literal. I shouldn't have to say some people. Like, I can say people, da-da-da-da.
Right.
Not everybody. Motherfucker, I don't even know everybody.
Well, if you're not one of them people,
that's
what
I'm saying. So
it?
what are we doing? Yeah, you got to say some. You got to say most. But you said it. You said it.
Yeah.
Cause like it's just, you know what I'm saying, like, so that's why I say you can see get an idea of how a person is on social media, but don't be trying to just really take somebody, because a lot of these people have somebody else's whole personality. I know people who take my material and post it on their pages, and you would really think that's why I started putting my name on most of my stuff. So Facebook flagged my page over a post that I made up. I got to post out my Facebook memories. When it was on my Facebook memories, I did not have it. I didn't put I Am Miss Mixalot on it because it was so old. I didn't used to do that.
It was in the beginning.
But when I posted it again, I put my name on it. They flagged my post and told me that it wasn't original. I said you a lie.
Right.
And I sent them the post from in my memories, and they, okay. Then they released it. I don't know if they got bots doing this. I don't know what's going on, but please leave me alone.
That's why I really don't. I try not to. I'm not a Facebook person. I've never been a Facebook person, but I really don't get on Facebook. It seems like Facebook is police more than anything, so I don't really be on Facebook that much. I'll post something on Instagram, let it go over to Facebook, and then see what it do.
And see if it,
Right, but I don't really be on Facebook at all. Like, if people see a post of mine and they would comment on it, it may be 4 or 5 days before I see they comment.
Well, this is the thing right here, what is so crazy. So, like Lion Lady Love, she don't have nothing but Instagram. But sometimes, some kind of way, I guess because Meta is in the business, her post will make it to Facebook. She don't even have a Facebook page. So so one day when I seen her page, I inboxed her on Instagram. I was like, you must be done got a Facebook page. She was like, no. I said, well, I just seen your post, and it wasn't a repost from somebody else. It said the name, but you could tell that it's kind of like in the air. But it was getting hella engagement, but she don't even have no page. So they literally basically made her a Facebook page from her Instagram. Like,
page.
what?
Yeah.
Ain't that illegal?
That's illegal, and that's how they get more people saying they got 6 billion people on Facebook, because they'll make that, like, if you make a Threads page, your Threads page connects to your Instagram page.
Yeah.
And that connects to your Facebook page. And if you delete your Threads page because you're tired of, all your pages get deleted.
Whoa, wait a minute, what?
That was a trick. So
what?
if you delete your Threads page, your Instagram page gets deleted too. And your Facebook page goes away.
What? I didn't know that. I always see my post say, my notification saying that mine is going over the Threads too, but I hardly ever.
Right, I don't never go over the Threads either.
I don't never really go over the Threads.
It'll delete everything. That's how they got you now.
Crazy. I never knew that.
I believe all of them are like that. If you delete Instagram, all your pages get deleted now.
That ain't making no sense.
They got you captive.
They ain't got me captive.
The only thing you got to do now, if you go get a WhatsApp, all that to get deleted, because all that's Meta.
Oh, so Meta on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp?
Yeah.
So look, y'all, when y'all get a chance, man, let us know if you could have your grandmama cook anything for you right now, what would it be?
Slick said, collard greens and dressing.
Girl!
She also said when we was talking about social media people, they have no friends and they are lonely as fuck, and they some crab ass.
No, seriously, because the thing about it is a lot. So me and Lab was just having this discussion, and what I was and we was talking about something else, but it comes back to people having to basically depend on themselves and who they believe in, whatever God they believe in. If they believe in anything, they're really having to depend on themselves. So when you in a state of mind where that's where you are in life, and you really feel like you can't call on too many people, like you do pull yourself off the shelf sometimes and become a lonely ass person.
Right.
So your only outlet, not your only outlet, but your main outlet is social media. So that brings, you know what I'm saying, that brings it to a whole different factor, because if all you got to do is sit on this app and aggravate folks and troll and all that other shit there, you gonna outdo me every time, because I ain't even got time, nigga. I have to spend most of my time driving.
Right.
So I ain't on social media and driving. You feel, so by the time, like, somebody be done snapped on me cause my ass totally the fuck out, I don't even know until I get home.
Right.
They did it at 2:30 p.m. I don't see it at 9.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I got her. You did.
Right. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I ain't had time to even go back and look.
And by 9 o'clock, I ain't even thinking about it no more.
But you think about the people who are literally on these apps all day, every day. So they do turn into some miserable, lonely people. And the thing about it is, I'm in this one group on Facebook, and I know you don't really do Facebook like that, but I like Facebook, and the main reason I like Facebook is because if you post on there, they're going to see it. Well, they might not like it. Let me tell you something. They might not like it. They might not comment, but they see it. See, that's why I like Facebook. Cause you ain't got to have not one like, and that shit gonna grace them timelines. That's how you know folks some real haters over there too. But we just, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now. Telling you what I know.
Right. I noticed that like our videos from our podcast, they get a lot of views on Facebook. We get a lot of views on Facebook. More than we do on probably 2 or 3 times more than we get on Instagram. And the only reason I'm not on Facebook because I didn't get on social media at Facebook. I got on social media on Instagram.
On Instagram, and that do make a difference. Let me tell you something. That do make a difference, because my social media career started on Facebook. So that's what I learned how to work.
Yeah, that's what I learned. Like my hand, because that's where I started at. And then, like some people started off on MySpace. I never even knew what a MySpace page looked like.
Really?
No, I never did social media until Instagram came. That was only because I could post a picture and keep going.
And see, I had MySpace, but what kind of took us away from MySpace was when a girl put a baby on Jasper, and she said she found him on MySpace. He was like, I don't know her.
Right.
But had to spend all of this money
fighting it.
And he like, where you found me at?
Right.
Oh, I found you on MySpace. Then, not only did she do that, during that same tenure was when Facebook was coming around.
Okay.
And then he was one of the first people to get a Facebook. So for social media, for the most part, if you had an Apple product, you started social media first. See, me and Eric we had Androids for a long time.
Right.
Jasper was the only one that had an iPhone.
Okay.
So, like he made a page, and then the industry that he was in. He made the page, he did and then she came to Facebook. Ma'am, what are we doing, ma'am? That's what I'm saying, only to find out his lawyer went to court, and she got like 5 other people in court getting a paternity test.
Wow. So she going any, meeny, miny, mo.
Jasper's whole thing was, when I saw her, I was like, I'm one of these kind of people. I ain't gonna never say who nobody gonna sleep with, or nah, my folks ain't gonna do that. You shitting me, cause you don't never know. So when I saw her, I was like, okay, she don't really look like You know what I'm saying? But hell, a late night, you know,
Couple of drinks.
a couple of drinks on the shroom, whatever. Like, she might have made the cut. I don't know.
Right.
But
right.
I'm just one of them people where I'm not gonna say no.
Never.
That
You ain't
ain't,
gonna
that
never
ain't
say
happening.
never.
Nah,
Right.
hell no. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, I seen a lady yesterday on TikTok. She was thoroughly disgusted. She went in her 14-year-old son's phone, and she was just like, I can't believe that's who I raised. She was like, y'all check them phones. Please check them phones.
Well, I can tell you as a father of a 14-year-old son, and as a previous 14-year-old son,
I done tell her what she bought me too.
that might have been he might have erased a bunch of stuff already.
Right. But I was laughing so hard because I've always been a realist, especially when it came to my kids and stuff. You know how you hear people say, I know my child wouldn't.
Right.
No, that ain't never been my. Let me tell you something. My story has always been, oh, I know my children.
Right.
Now, I know, like, say for instance, it's 5 situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me the situation, I can tell you which child you had that situation with.
Right.
I'm one of them kind of parents, but I don't put nan pad nan.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I do not. So the lady was just like, when I say thoroughly disgusted, she was thoroughly disgusted.
My children didn't have no phone when I was younger, when they were born coming up, and I didn't have one either. But just
You didn't have no phone?
not when I was growing up.
Oh, well, no.
I'm talking about like they didn't have one. My children.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because your kids are a little bit older than my
Yeah,
children, because my children did get phones when they got into, like, the 7th and 8th grade, I think it was.
My children, my youngest son 33,
Yeah.
and my oldest like 37.
Yeah, so
So,
that's about right.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. They didn't have phones, but just going in their room.
Right! Right, that's what, let me tell you something. I grew up around, let me just say this. I grew up with nothing but boys. Like, the girls that came around were basically, like, people that I brought around.
Right.
When I figured out what y'all do in socks, I was like, first of all,
What we do in socks,
when I found out that y'all would go off on anything, the rubber ducky, the sock, the whatever, let me tell you something. My whole attitude towards men was like, I ain't never got to do that.
Your brothers was putting on their socks. I don't know what you talking about.
It wasn't my brothers so per se. I had a cousin that used to stay in the bathroom for hours. Like, if you had to literally beat this man to the bathroom because he would be in there for hours.
He was reading.
Bruh. Yeah, with the Vaseline, and he sure was.
He was reading.
I used
You
to
know
be
how you
like,
get a nice little bubble bath and
Mama-
some candles and a book?
when I figured it out, I said, you know what? I'm not even using that bathroom no more. Like, I don't even want to use that bathroom no more. I'm going to use Mama's bathroom. Mama, can I use your bathroom? Because these niggas is terrible. So a lot of times, you know how, so I'm one of them kind of people where I can truthfully say, I don't ever have to live with a man. And I feel like to a certain extent, that's why I never got married. As many times as I've been proposed to, I ain't never just been moved to be like, yeah, I want to be bothered every day type shit. Because when you grow up with nothing but men, this is the God honest truth. Your idea of having, like, I know every man ain't the same.
Right.
But, baby, we got to have separate living quarters. Like, we could be in the same house, but it's some shit we don't need to share. Because I just don't want to share that with you.
Oh, Lord.
I don't. And I know, and a lot of men, like, I remember who. I was like, I know I'm scarred.
Don't do us like this.
I know I'm scarred from earlier years, because, like, I just never desired to be cohabitating with no man.
Look. The younger they are, the worse off it is, the worse it is. Older men tend to be more discreet with what they got going on. It's just, We just discreet. We just.
I don't know, Lab, because
we more discreet.
You might be more discreet because I have met some 50-year-old men, and I was like, I wouldn't deal with that nigga 10 minutes. But I wouldn't tell him, but I really would be like, you know, like, I wouldn't.
Right, I get it. And some men are just not discreet. But you gotta, you know.
If you read them inbox chronicles, I begin.
I don't want to.
I be like, what?
I want to.
Like, seriously, a lot of them folk be writing it, and then I've even had men to write in on other men. Because you know, men that have been raised with women, like women who make them do stuff, they live a total different life than a man that a parent just was like, here, man, that's it. Yes, they live totally different.
And I was one of them type. Oh, Hamilton Bohannon II. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook.
What's up, Bo?
Yeah, we definitely I was one of them children that had to pretty much raise themselves, so I had to learn things as I went on.
And see, that's what I'm saying. It's a difference.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. Because when somebody holding you accountable for certain stuff, like when you have parents or even an aunt or uncle or like, you know, like they holding you accountable for certain things, you know certain things ain't gonna fly.
Right.
So as you get older, you like, nah, I got to get that up.
Right.
Like you ain't gonna spill shit and just leave it there.
Yeah, right.
Like you're not gonna do that because it's like, oh damn, I remember the last time my grandma went across my back. I ain't doing that. You know, like, so it's certain things when you're held accountable for as little people, as you grow up, it matters. And when you see a lot of times that a lot of these men ain't been held accountable for stuff, man.
But I think a lot of, and I'm going to give you that, but I think a lot of times it be just the person, because I'm going to be honest with you. When I was growing up, there wasn't a case of me getting in trouble for something. It was just that I knew that wasn't right. Like, I knew, it wasn't because I got in trouble for spilling something. I just got it up because I didn't want to walk through it.
Right.
Or I just did it, or I clinked it because I didn't want to smell it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because my mama said, oh, you need to get that up, or my grandmother went across my back, because I really wasn't a very disciplined child. I kind of just went and did what I don't want to say I was one who knew right from wrong automatically, but I knew that if I did this may happen. Now, if I chose to do this and this happened, I already knew.
Right.
Now, my grandma said come in the street lights, and I was the type of like, that's when all the fun started. And that I don't come in when the street lights, I know what's going to...
you know the consequences.
Right. The door going to be locked.
Right.
I'm going to have to find somewhere to stay.
Right.
Or I'm going to get in trouble.
But
if I choose to do that, I know.
But I was just about to say, but see, that's the thing. That's your grandmama holding you accountable and saying, if you don't do this, then that happens. So, like, for girls, it's typically always like that because it's an automatic with us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like our parents are wired to put that pressure on us. Whereas it's a little bit more leniency there with boys. But see, your grandmama had raised boys.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you coming along wasn't a burden on her. She didn't have to figure out how to treat you or what to do. She already had a plan, and it was either you do this, Leandra,
or this gonna happen.
Oh, this gonna happen. Okay? Y'all was there because she had been there.
Right.
But for girls, it's an automatic for us most times. Like, that's why you'll see on social media where you'll see a lot of people saying things like, you know, the people are way harder on the girls and da-da-da. And to a certain extent, I feel them on that. I feel them on that. Because a lot of times, like I said, girls are thought of to be smarter than guys from birth. So what the kind of pressure that they put on girls, they don't feel like it's pressure because it's like, you're a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you automatically giving strength because of that. Whereas with boys, it's almost the opposite.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get to be when you growing up, and like if you ain't never really been raised around men and boys and stuff, there are a lot of things that when you get married, especially if you get married young, it's stuff that will really like disgust you and disturb you You feel what I'm saying? But like with me, certain things just don't gross me out because that's what I've been around.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but you know, and you'll hear people say that, like if you get married early, a lot of times it might not work, or they might say, oh, you don't really know nobody till you live with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that.
Right.
That's that.
And I think a lot of us men, if we were raised by a mother, and I'm not saying single mamas don't do a great job.
Oh no.
We don't have an example. See, I have 5 examples.
My point exactly.
And I have 5 different what not to do, what to do, how to do it in the middle, how to do it medium. So I had examples.
Exactly.
How to smell good, how to groom myself, how to do this. You know, you want to smell like that. You don't want to do this. So I had examples
and that makes a difference. And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have examples, man. Let me tell you something. I put up a story, which I'm gonna try to put it up on TikTok today, a little later on today. But I put up a story. When was that? This was a couple of days ago, man, and I was really talking about you know that, Lab. Like I'm real big on advocating for children, and really just just advocating for children and making sure that we try to keep them safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I put up a post on social media the other day that I reposted from a young lady who actually got pregnant at 11 and had her baby at 12, and she met the guy on Facebook when she was 10.
Oh, wow.
So she's 21 years old now with a 9-year-old, right? So the post that really got people's attention was she put up a post and was like, I'm glad I'm not the ugly baby mama. And people was looking at the post and they was stitching it or duetting it and saying, well, we need to see the other baby mama. Because to them, she was the ugly one.
Right.
So, however, when I saw the video, I was like, dang, that little girl look young. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, the baby mama. Because even though now she's grown, she still looks young.
Right.
So I went to her page, and when I get to the page, I was like, hold it. So she put up a video that said, just me with my 9-year-old son. Now I know people be trolling, and I know people be, like I told you, rage bait, you know, to get people to ask questions and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, I got to go through this child page. It ain't that many posts on here.
Right.
You could tell that either she deleted posts or she just got on there. It's something like that. But like I said, she ain't but 21. Man, I go on there and I see her talking about how she put the information out there so that people could watch their children and pay attention. Now, let me kind of preface this for y'all. This young lady is from a 2-parent home. Her daddy and mother were working class individuals. Daddy was actually a detective.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
The daddy was a detective. The mom, mom was not she working outside the home too. And she said that she really was just posting her story for awareness and how people really need to watch their children. She said at the age of 10, she got a cell phone. She got a Facebook page. Now, keep in mind, these social media pages have always had an age restraint on them. Restriction on them.
Right.
They've always had that since I can remember, because the main reason I went years without a Facebook page, I was too busy parenting. I didn't even know anything about social media for real.
Okay.
A lot of I think it was like 1 or 2 of my friends would be like, you don't want to, girl, you ought to get on Facebook and da-da-da. And I'm like, man, I ain't got time for that, because I was one of them people that really took parenting serious, especially when my children were little.
Right.
So I'm like, no. So finally Adonis comes to me and he asked me, he said, Mom, I want to get a Facebook page. I said, well, what are you going to be doing on there? What is that?
Right.
And he was trying to explain to me what it was. He's a child. I don't know nothing about it. I said, well, if you get one, I have to be your friend.
Okay.
And that's how I got on Facebook.
Okay.
I literally got on Facebook to be his friend. And to see what the hell he was doing on Facebook.
Right. Why he was so
why he was so excited, and he was like, Mom, I want to be on, why he wanted to do it. So however, I just wanted to put that out there. This young lady, 10 years old, gets a Facebook page, and a guy reaches out to her through Facebook, and he basically groomed her for a whole year.
Wow.
Now he's actually at this time he's a teenager, but he may be like 18 or 19.
Okay.
So he's still literally
Too
an
old.
adult.
Right.
So she is on there. She's talking to him on Facebook. Finally, he causes her to get a Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets a Snapchat. With the Snapchat, you take the picture and it disappears just like the stories.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the stories derive from.
Oh, okay,
Mimicking
okay.
Snapchat,
Mhm.
where your stories stay in for 24 hours unless you make it longer.
Right.
So she gets on Snapchat. She's doing, basically doing what he asked her to do, taking pictures and da-da-da. But on Facebook is where he found her.
Right.
So they are on Facebook. They friends. She looking at him like he told her that she told him she was 10.
Mhm.
He said, "Oh, I'm only 15."
Mm-hmm.
No, at first she was young. He was younger than that, but so she like, "Oh, 5 years, that ain't so bad." After a year of dealing with her on Facebook, he tells her, "We got to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
We got to meet up.
Right.
We got to meet up." And she said, "Okay." He comes to her and pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
She 10 or 11. She don't really know. 15. You ain't
Got no car.
no car.
Right.
She don't know this.
Right.
So he come pick her up. Their very first encounter, they had sex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she don't know. And this is the thing. She had her cycle since she was 8 years old.
Mm.
But apparently nobody explained to her when you get your cycle, you can get pregnant.
else could happen?
They don't tell her any of this.
Mm.
And the reason why I continuously say this young lady is from a 2-parent home is because we get so much of the slack from, well, single mothers choose this. Her mother was not a single mother.
Right.
So even if you're present, if you're not attentive, it ain't gonna matter.
Right.
Because the one thing predators do, they go for the children that ain't getting that attention.
Right.
They go for the children where ain't nobody really paying attention. Yeah, you there.
Mm-hmm.
You got a mama and a daddy, but they working. They on other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, their presence is there. They taking good care of you.
Mm-hmm.
But being attentive, predators choose the children who gets the least amount of attention from people who love them. Because those are the ones that they can get close to, and they can actually turn them against the people that love them.
Right.
Because they ain't even paying you no attention. They don't care what you do.
Right.
So that's kind of like what this guy did. So he picks her up. They have sex. He knows that it's a chance. After they had these conversations, he knows that it's a chance that this young lady is pregnant. This young girl is pregnant, but he ain't, he ain't tripping. So, they ended up a couple of months later getting together again. He had sex with her again. But what he don't know is the first time that they had sex, she pregnant.
Right.
So as time progressed, I guess I ain't gonna even say nobody was paying attention to her, but it was time for them to get a physical.
Okay.
They go in for the physical and finds out this 11-year-old is 6 months pregnant.
Wow.
Parents go ham. What y'all talking about? What? She said she had been having a cycle, but an 11-year-old pregnancy is totally different from a 20-year-old pregnant.
Right.
So she was having a cycle, but what was happening was it wasn't a full cycle. So, however, the doctor lets them know that she's 6 months pregnant, and it really ain't no other choice but for her to have this child.
Right.
The daddy livid. Who is he? Da 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 da. She's like, well, he is 15. At this time, he done told her that he's 15. He 15. This is his name. Da 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 da. The daddy reaches out to him, and he immediately blocks her, the daddy, and anybody else in the mix.
Wow.
The daddy does his research on him because, once again, the daddy is a detective.
Right.
The daddy does his research and find out this young man is 21 years old.
Wow.
And he's a habitual offender. The daddy pressed charges on him. They come get him, lock him up. She ends up having a baby. They do the DNA test. The baby is his. However, they end up going to trial. He tells them that, he wants to basically, I know this is wrong, everything is going on, but I want to see my child. This how you playing on him. This is still my child. I want to see my child. The day that they arranged for her to bring the baby to see him, he committed suicide.
Oh,
he
wow.
unalived himself.
Wow.
And her thing is, she never thought that her story would end like that. But her whole thing is, get in your children business. Get in your children business. She said, I met my predator at 10 years old on social media. Had somebody been checking my phone, they could have picked up on something way quicker than I could have, because I'm thinking he is a child like me.
Right.
I don't know that he a grown man.
Wow.
She said the people that was she said she relived, she literally was telling them everything that transpired and basically how he was able to get her and, and how, just how he was able to do what he did to her. And she said those people in the courtroom was sick. They was just like, just to know that this is what people are out here doing.
Most definitely.
So since I posted that post, it gets even stranger. Do you know my algorithm is full of articles about a lot of these folk being predators, child predators?
Really?
I promise you, I had never seen this many articles about these. And we know it happened all day, every day. They got whole divisions for people, for child predators. But now that I've posted that video,
wow,
I tell you, I promise you, I have seen some of the worst case scenarios for these children. And my whole thing is, as parents, a lot of times when it comes to social media, see, our parents didn't have to worry about social media. That's why
right.
I say we the last of the generations that lived in this world without social media,
Right.
so it makes us different anyway.
Right. You had to come up our house for real.
But exactly. So it was just one less thing that our parents had to kind of deal with when it came to protecting us, right? So they was actually trying to protect us from family members, from people that they knew could get close to them, and and stuff like that. And they just was trying. They didn't have to wrestle with the social media people too. It's already, what I'm saying? It's already one thing to have to deal with people that you trying to trust with your children or around your children, then trying to fight off strangers too.
Right. That's a lot.
So it's kind of like, right, it's hard to fight off strangers, and it's just a lot. So with this generation now, and them and parents having to actually be involved, I promote you checking those phones. My thing is, we hear about people checking each other's phones all the times when it comes to relationships,
Right.
and your mates and this, that, and the other. The same way your mate can live a double life, your children can too.
Yeah.
And when you realize that, and you have a better understanding that the people that you're raising, they're going to one day have their own mind.
And you're right
They're going to make their own decisions, and you might not be okay
with those.
with a lot of the decisions that they make. But after the age of 13, just being honest with you, they're the ones have to give an account for their choices, for what they, So it's kind of like it puts parents in a very difficult position. But I promise you, a lot of it can be deterred if we stayed in their damn business up until they are old enough to handle their own. Because the way that little girl explained that story, and the way I can only imagine how her parents felt, knowing that they were right there,
Right.
and
It
their
was going
child
on.
still got preyed on. Somebody still found your child.
And I'm a detective.
And I'm a detective. He was the one that found out the boy age. He was the one that found out the boy address and everything. Only to find out he was a habitual offender. That's what he did. He sat on Facebook to scout out children.
Oh, wow.
And their responses to him is what made him know if he could go or not.
Right.
The way that they responded to him was his way of knowing if it was safe to, to go on ahead and deal with that child.
Right.
So I'm just real big on protecting our children, because I honestly feel like our children deserve a fair chance.
That's true. Slick says that, but making a difference in boys and girls kind of sucks. Riding girls too hard makes them promiscuous later in life.
And sometimes it can, but I could be honest with you. So we were talking about earlier, I forgot, I hadn't gone on TikTok, gone live on TikTok yet. But earlier I was telling Lab that, in most families, when there are boys and girls in the family, a lot of times the girls feel like the parents go much harder on them than they do on the boys. And I was telling Lab why I felt like that, because a lot of times the boys aren't held accountable like the girls.
Right.
Like, girls are automatically know that they're going to have to wash these dishes. There are certain things that they're going to have to do. Because you're a girl, there are certain things that you're going to have to do to remain the girl.
Right.
With boys, a lot of times, a parent might be like, he just a boy. If boys do what boys do. So the boy may come in the house and throw his shoes in the floor, and somebody might just walk over, pick them up, and put them to the side.
Right.
Whereas a girl walk in the door and kick their shoes off. You kicked your shoes off in the middle of the floor, right?
Right. You gonna pick them up?
Ain't nobody finna come behind her and throw them shoes. You come back and get your own shit.
Right.
So girls are held accountable for a lot of things way before boys are held accountable for them. And the realness of it is, me personally, I've always held my children to the same standards. I only had one boy. But I've always held my kids to the same standards, to be perfectly honest with you. And I know a lot of times they'd be like, well, no, boys can't. Yeah. Even when it came down to having mates and having sex and things like that, I held my son to the same standards, because the same way I don't want my girls out here moving crazy, I don't need you out here moving crazy either.
Right.
Like I ain't never been the one, oh, that's a girl job.
Right.
You might see one of my daughters take the trash out.
Right.
You might see my
Whoever
son
see it
in there
first.
wiping out the refrigerator.
Right.
Cause what you mean?
Right.
There ain't no gender roles up in here.
Right.
But I also noticed that a lot of people don't move like that. You think if I walk in the house and see something need to be done, I ain't gonna tell Adonis to do it because he a boy?
Right.
You shitting me, sir?
Right.
Did you not see this when I was leaving out the house earlier? I was really surprised that he was there, because he be with his little girl mama now. But I was like, all right, so when I come back, you know, he was like, nah, I'm finna go on and get this done now.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really live with us.
Right.
But you think I'm not gonna tell him to handle the business? Cause no, you don't like it. It just ain't never been like that with us.
Right. It's always.
But I do see where people can where it could get a little, you know, a little different, because a lot of times girls are held accountable sooner.
Mm-hmm.
They're held accountable earlier. And, you know, and because boys gonna be boys, as people would say.
Right.
But what we fail to realize is we have to mold those boys the same exact way. Even when even in a culture where a lot of times, because I talk to my sons, I talk to their friends, even about saying no and meaning it. No is, you can say no, and that's a whole sentence, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can say no, and that's a whole sentence, guess what? A woman can say no, and that's a whole sentence as well. Mm-hmm. Don't get caught up on, I know she like me.
Right.
Don't get caught up on that.
Right.
Because whether she like you or not, if she said no, don't go no further. Mm-hmm. And the quickest way for men and women to get tricked off the streets is each other. A lot of times, just being honest with you.
Right.
It's each other. Mm-hmm. Emotions high. Everybody, you know, like something that transpired. Ain't nobody thinking with the right frame of mind, and things happen. That's why I don't even allow my children to argue around me.
Right. Let me get to a couple of comments. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you fine.
Slick said if they get pregnant, they always have to. The mama always have to keep the baby. Women do so much struggling in life, love, family, and relationships. Mm-hmm. Then some women love the child whose father they are currently with more than the one the other child.
The thing about it is, I'm gonna address that. So I don't know if you guys can hear DJLAB, but let me just say this on TikTok real quick. So this is the Westside Misfits radio show, and we're on most Sundays at 3 p.m. on our very own station, which is Misfits Radio and TV.
What's going on, Carlos?
So we are literally live everywhere. So we have different comments coming in from different places. So one of the comments that just came in basically mentioned that sometimes women have a lot of responsibilities from the beginning. And it's a two-part statement. Mm-hmm. And then they came back and said, and a lot of times women treat the children better who they're still with their father. Mm-hmm. So when you have children for the wrong reason, I'm not going to even say for the wrong reason, because any reason could be the right reason. Mm-hmm. But when you have children for you, see, I think that's what a lot of women had to start understanding.
Right.
Was that you had to have children for you, and you don't have no more children than you can take care of by yourself.
Right.
I don't care how in love you and the daddy are. I don't care how long y'all been married.
Right.
If you can't afford to take care of the children, and I say that for men too. Mm-hmm. Don't just be out here having children. Have the amount of children that you can afford to take care of.
True.
And it's just that plain and simple, because if you don't have these children for you, you will miss the mark every time. Because what'll happen is, child probably more than likely will have some features of the person that you have them with. So if y'all stop liking each other,
man, you gotta look at that.
You still got to look at you still got to look at the child y'all created.
Right.
and because I tell people all the time, we don't talk about how hard it is for people to actually heal from a relationship and co-parent these children when the person that actually put you in the situation is their other parent.
Right.
We don't talk about it enough. Right. We don't talk about it a lot, but that is a very hard thing to do. And some women can do it with ease. Some cannot. Some men can do it with ease. Some cannot. So it's not even about the gender bashing or anything like that, because I have seen some men have to take their children and go on about their business because the mother wasn't equipped to do any of that.
Right.
The only thing that so what tends to happen sometimes is with women, and I don't know if men do that too. You can speak on the men part, but a lot of times women that have a whole situation in their head, right? They meet you. They like you. They didn't envision the whole future of y'all together. So y'all have children. Y'all, and even if you don't get married, I still love you though. Y'all still together.
Right.
And that's what this woman see. So at the first sight of turmoil, breaking up ain't what she envisioned.
Right.
So to break up, because if I leave you, I can live with it.
Right.
But if you leave me, I don't know if I can live with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
because you ain't really prepared for that.
Right. I don't think men have the same vision. I'm not gonna speak for all men. Generally we get together, we see you, we like you, we dating, we going out, we doing all the grown up stuff that grown ups do, and for me, I'm always gonna try to make you happy. I'm always gonna try to make sure that you good, we good as a couple. And as things progress, if we go down that road to where a future is going to be had, to where we're going to be together longer, then I don't want to say planned or whatever, then that's when we go down that road. But I don't necessarily, I'm only speaking for me, I don't necessarily say, oh, I'm gonna have a future with this person and plan for it.
See, I think that's the difference, because I think women see forever, right?
And I think men see for right now.
Yeah. And when it's a situation like
see
that,
for right now, and
no,
if it goes
seriously,
further, of course.
And I think that's where kind of like the wires get crossed and things like that, because women most times, just being honest with you, they create this narrative in their mind, and this is what's gonna happen, and baby, we locked in, we this, we that, so they overplaying the role, cause this my man.
And I think for men, once the adult wrestling happens, a lot of the narrative changes a little bit. Some people get more extreme than others, but of course, then they start seeing things a little bit differently because you are adult wrestling, and that's for a man. See, women have a. I'm not speaking for women, but I think they are more visual and understanding, whereas we're more physical. I tell people that all the time. We're physical and visual when it comes to sex. We like to see things, like see body parts, all this other stuff. I don't necessarily think we think past that point until we get to that point.
Well,
you get
see,
what I'm saying?
I know for me, and that's why I don't have a real hard time with starting over when it comes to men and relationships and things of that nature, because I know for me, I like the honeymoon stage. That's all I really want to be there for.
Right.
So, like, just being perfectly honest with you, like, don't show me your true colors.
Right.
I don't want to see them.
Because you're not going to make it past.
Because we ain't going to make it that far if I see who the fuck you really are. Like, I already know. So that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of women ain't wired like me.
Right.
I know they not. But I'm cool with starting over as many times as I need to, because just being honest with you, half the time we ain't even making it to the bedroom.
Right.
Cause
you gonna say some shit that's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah,
anyway.
So I already know.
You gonna do some.
I know this. So a lot of times we don't make it to the bedroom, but I had put up a post one time, and the guy was like, "So you hold out?" I said, "Man, I will hold out to doomsday, my guy. I done had enough sex in my lifetime to be alright, my brother. Like I ain't tripping on that."
Right.
But even in my younger years, I was still like that.
Right.
I like the honeymoon. Honeymoon me, please. I ain't all that longevity. I know nothing lasts forever.
Say honeymoon me.
I'm telling you.
I'm just
right. No, like it's just, and see, this is the thing.
You know what? I think a lot of. Let me say this.
I
think as women mature in age, I think they feel the same way you do, but they don't want to be seen as this or that.
Man,
so they don't express it.
Let me tell you something. I ain't never really been able to care about how other people feel about
Right,
how
and
I feel,
and
right?
and I agree. You don't. I'm going 100% stamp that. But
I
think
can't,
a lot
I
of
can't
women
go by
do,
that.
though.
I do too, and you know why? Because they started getting judged earlier,
Mm-hmm.
early in life, right? So the kind of family that I come from, I could be honest with you, like it ain't really like that for us. You know your cousin,
Mm-hmm.
like you know what I'm saying? Like I know my cousin. I know my aunties. I know, like, even if I don't fully know them, I just know certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, and it don't bother us because it's like, that's who they are.
Yeah.
It
I think a lot of relationships, bad relationships, will be avoided, and I think a lot of men and women, but I think a lot of women would avoid a bad relationship if they just tell a man, look, I just want the honeymoon, because we gonna respect you more if you don't
Let me
take
say
me down this path, and then you
a
miserable,
lot of,
or I got me miserable.
You would be surprised how many men would be offended by that.
Really?
Man, what? They'll be offended because they feel like they could be, so everybody got this cookie cutter, right, of how they feel like women should be. I'm cool with your cookie cutter, but I almost guarantee I ain't gonna fit in there one of them slots because of the simple fact it's a lot of stuff I ain't going for.
Right. Well, I'm thinking just the honesty part. Like, just be honest
Man,
with me,
you
because
most
we don't
women-
want to.
Most women are honest.
Not all.
Let me tell you something.
You gotta say most. You can't say
Let me
all.
say. I'm gonna tell you why I say
I'm
that,
just messing with you.
and the reason I say that is because most women are honest. Because most times women gonna ask you, you know, what you looking for, you know, and they're gonna be honest about wanting to go further with you,
Right.
right? So they tell these men, they tell them all this, they pillow talk, they tell them all their business, and you know, and I'm coming out of this, and I'm coming out of that, and da-da-da-da, and it's like, that man don't care nothing about none of that, because he going to be exactly who he feel you want him to be until he score, right?
Right.
That's because you never know how a person is until you done had sex with them. If you ain't had sex with them, you still don't really know, right?
Right.
And I tell people that all the time. That's why like, if I don't have any interest on knowing the real you, we ain't sleeping together.
Right.
And my interest for knowing the real you is slim to none.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, because I want the honeymoon, lab.
That's it.
You feel what I'm saying? So I know during the honeymoon we're gonna be going out. We might be traveling. We might, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things we might do during the honeymoon.
Right.
But I know as soon as we sleep together,
Honeymoon over.
man, honeymoon dead. He done got what he wanted.
Oh Lord.
He don't. And sometimes it might last a little longer, you know, a little further than than after y'all get through hunching.
Right.
But hey, I'm one of them kind of people where if we sleep together, I could care less what happened after that, because it just is what it is. You stick around, good. If you don't, bye-bye.
So, straight nigga shit.
Right. No, I mean, but it's that, see? That's exactly how I mean. Now you see what I'm saying? That's how men look at it. Like, is you a man? Right. Nah, I ain't no man, but it is what it is. But, Lab, you got to understand, I ain't just got like this. I've been like this for years.
Right.
Since a young girl. And what I had to realize, and it's crazy because I'm telling you, and it may be because I was raised with all of the men. Like,
yeah,
you were taught from an early age, man. Look here, I'm telling you, once they get them drawn, everything's gonna change.
So you gotta switch the script on and be like, once I get them
So,
drawn,
right,
I'm good with you, bro.
No, you don't have to switch the switch
the script
on them. You just make them keep chasing till you feel like you want to give them up. And if you don't feel like that,
right. All right, man, your Uber outside.
right? Like, for real, like, it just is what it is.
Right.
Like, man, let me tell you something. My mama twin brother, right? My mama twin brother, my Uncle Pete. Man, I learned so much from my uncles, man. And you know, all my uncles was married. My uncles was married early. I got one uncle, I think him and his wife been together over 50 years. So, like, marriage is huge in our family, right? That's just what it is. But my Uncle Pete taught us from the jump, whole lot long as you can. Cause baby, if he wants you, he gonna do what he think he got to do to get you.
He gonna do what he need to do.
Man, what?
Right.
My partners used to be like, y'all still ain't did that. I be like, ain't. But they didn't really understand it till we got older.
Right.
Cause I wasn't going. My uncle be like, man, get your two new and a better crew.
Right.
Cause you got your couple of them.
Right.
He was the first one to, man, date them all. Date them don't mean have sex with them. Date them.
Right.
And let them down easy. All that talking.
Right.
And no, we don't do that. You let them down easy. You know, I have had a very nice time with you.
Right.
You are a very great guy. And then you pune. All that letting men know where you live and all that.
Yeah.
Man, look here. My uncle used to come to my house. We sit up under the carport. And he said, and I live on the main street. And he used to say, man, you learned something, didn't you? He say, I don't see no horn blowing.
Nothing.
No, cause I'm not dating no man at my house.
Right.
What are you talking about? Where do I live? Where we meet up at?
Right.
I have dated men that they'd be like, well, you say you got kids.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I got them. That my children ain't looking for a daddy. I am. I'm looking for a daddy. They good.
They got uncles.
They dead all right.
Right. They got daddy and uncles. They good.
I'm looking for the daddy. We don't do that at my house. I can be honest with you. I think two men know where I live even to this day. Know where I stay, but where I actually live, and I've been there 11, 12 years. And the main reason is because I ain't never dated inside my house. Right. I bring a man home, my children be like, boy, quit playing.
It's something.
Yeah, they be like, boy, quit playing. Like, who is this?
Right, it means something.
Yeah, and
Till it don't.
Exactly, till it don't. And I know the kind of person that I am. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here till, I'm a true Aries.
Right.
And it's just,
I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for the meantime.
Seriously. I'm just not. And I'm a lover girl now. When we together, you gonna know I like you. I'm a lover girl. Yeah, but ain't no sunshine when she go. Cause one thing about it, I'm taking the sun with me.
Right.
Hey, it gonna be lovely when we together. But baby, I'm taking the sun with me when I go. Yeah, when I get tired, baby, I'm gonna go on now. I'm gonna take the sun with me, huh? Just work with me.
Right.
But I tell men this from the beginning.
Yeah, we don't believe.
And then that's what I'm telling you. Now you see what I'm talking about loud? Most women are truthful.
Right. We don't believe.
And they be like, oh, okay, yeah, she'll catch feelings. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. This odd thinking. But once I put this on her, she gonna change that.
Right.
But we gotta realize all men put it on her.
Exactly.
We ain't doing nothing different.
Because see, the realness of it is,
y'all niggas ain't doing nothing different.
Because I hold out so long, by the time I sleep with men, I have to tell them, baby, you might need to crucify me, cause I'm telling you now,
and
that don't give what you got the first go round, cause I'm not her. You better give me what you got, okay? You better give it all, okay? Cause you might not ever see me again if you hold back. Okay? Do we have that?
Understand it, right?
Cause I'm a whole lot, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give a little bit to the next
time, baby, you might not even make a next. I suggest You go for what you dang gonna know.
That's what they say, but if we tell you we ain't shit, believe me.
right.
Oh, I believe that.
But the thing about this,
I don't think nobody gonna just
but
say
listen,
that just out the blue.
This is the thing. I'm a great girlfriend and I'm a great mate.
Right.
I am.
Until you not.
Until niggas show me they man. Cause what happens is
after the crucifixion, you come down off the cross and reality kicks in.
Yeah. Like I what is it called when you have what they call it?
Post-traumatic stress?
They call it post something that they say most men have. I think I have that.
So they say boredom is real and happens very quickly.
Yeah, see, the one thing, like, cause I'm a good mate and I can vouch for that. Like when we together, we locked in, we doing good. But most time men wear masks, right? And when that mask come off, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most time I don't like what's under it.
Yeah. You know, my thing, that's why I say I'm not good at relationships in this era, this timeline. Because I've always been the type that, like, if I'm with you, I'm with you. We in a relationship, we good.
Right.
I don't see, like, they say boredom happens. Yeah, boredom happens, but I try to figure out a way to make it better for with the person I'm with.
Me too.
I don't necessarily say, oh, I'm bored, let me go find somebody else.
That's the thing. I hardly ever look for anything.
Right.
So if I don't look for men. And usually when I deal with somebody, I deal with them for, I'm just gonna say, a minimum of 5 years. But one thing I know about me, at that 5th year mark, he better do something extraordinary. Cause I don't know what happened at the 5th year, but
you get bored and it happens
man,
very
it don't
quickly.
even got to be boredom, man. That's the thing.
It could be
Cause
nothing else.
I have, cause okay, so in my adulthood, I've been in 4 relationships, right? Since I've been an adult, and for whatever reason, at that 5th year, something clicked. I ain't been able to it. Ain't boredom
You don't
though,
think
because
it is?
cause I ain't even finna deal with no boring man.
Okay, so
we gonna have to do some things. Like you can't even be boring and deal with me. But it's almost like after 5 years, I don't have nothing else for you. Like I don't know. I don't know.
And maybe that need to be the standard. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I
Maybe
told
a
y'all,
5-year
I've been saying marriage licenses. Even because see, I think relationship licenses. Because even with relationships, it's kind of like, what's the license before the real license? A
permit.
The permit. The relationship is the permit. The marriage license is the license.
Right.
I think they need to be renewed every 4 to 5 years. Because mine clunk out at the 5th year.
Right. And you know what? It took me a while to come here, but I agree. I think that a lot of times we get in these relationships thinking we're going to build something positive and build something long-lasting. And to be honest with you, it's probably just after a certain amount of time, it's like, what else? What's next?
And I'm not saying that nothing can last past those 5 years. I'm not saying that. But I do feel like at the 5th year mark with me, I got to get with somebody who's willing to pivot. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Who gonna get in there and pivot and see what else we could do the next 5 years. Like I just feel like marriage license should be renewed and relationship permits should be renewed after a certain amount of time, because you know how much you change in 5 years.
Yeah, and people sit down and people sit down and talk about it with each other and be like, look, it's been 5 years. I don't know what else to do.
Right.
Do
you have any ideas?
Right.
What can we do? You know what I'm saying? And see, and then too, I'm gonna tell you something else that's kind of
we reset everything else.
We reset everything else.
Except for our relationships.
Exactly, except for our relationships and marriages. And I honestly feel like that is something that we need to do. We need to press reset on the relationships and the marriages after a certain amount of time. And I just say from 4 to 5 years.
I like the 5 year mark.
Yeah, my whole thing is because I'm self-aware, a lot of people are not. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being honest with you, I know that after 5 years, man, let me tell you something. I dealt with a dude for 8 years, and y'all hear me talk about him quite often. And it's not for any other reason because I would have done it again because it fit the narrative of where I was in my life, right?
Right.
But I dealt with a dude for 8 years with no kind of commitment, and it worked, right? But when it started going downhill when he tried to change the dynamics of what we were doing, and to be perfectly honest with you, I ain't want to change it. I was cool with it, right? Like,
but there was no compromise.
It not for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just kind of like
happy with what
I
was
was
going on.
cool with what
It
was
was a
going
longer
on.
honeymoon than you expected.
Exactly, and he was the only person, like, after those 5 years of dealing with him, it didn't feel like work, right? Because we wasn't in there committed, but we did a lot of stuff together. Like, we traveled together. We did a lot of stuff together. And it wasn't until the next 3 years after the 5 years that we went 5 whole years, that man never met my kids.
Right.
Like, we didn't,
And
because
he probably was good with that.
man,
She'll
let me tell
me
you
meet her when she
something.
ready. You know, some people just
We wasn't even tripping. When he finally met my children, I think that's kind of like what made him be like, man, we need to try to be together. And I'm like, what?
no, I ain't.
Why
I ain't you to my children for that.
Yeah.
Forget you met them.
Exactly. And the crazy part about it was he met Adonis because he said that he found a car that he wanted to see if we could buy for Adonis or whatever.
Right.
And he was like, man, I don't even know your children's character. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What kind of car was
He
he
was like, he might, like, he ain't gonna want this car, this, that, and the other. So I ended up letting him meet Adonis, and he was like, man, your son's super cool. Like, so that's over the next couple of years that he met my kids, whatever, and that's what made him want to seal the deal. He was like, man, he was like, man, I like them. He and his thing was he had never dealt with a woman long enough to meet her children.
Right.
But I was like, I'm cool with you. Like, we cool.
And that was a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, and it was a deal breaker for me because I was like, man, I didn't let you meet my children for that.
Right.
I let you meet them because it just was, timing. He had a dog. He bought him a dog. He brought the dog over there,
Right.
Stuff like that. Like,
timing was just not
but yeah,
good.
timing when,
Right.
went with all that.
Right.
Thank y'all so much for the likes. Oh, thank you. What's up, Mark? But yeah, so, like, I think a lot of times women are truthful when it comes to certain situations. It's just that a lot of times, like I said, men have a cookie cutter for women. And they feel like because I actually had a dude to tell me one time, man, all women want that white picket fence.
Right.
And they want to get married.
Right.
Who am I to tell him that he's slow? I'm not finna do that. I
Right.
was just like, oh, okay.
Right. I don't think.
Like,
I think
you
women
mean
go
to tell
with
me
it.
you think all? So what?
Some women go with it.
Let me tell you something.
But I don't think a lot of women want to be married.
Let me tell you something. A lot of women, when it comes to relationships and marriages and stuff like that, they don't even really know what they want. Only thing they know is what they have seen, their
Right.
examples, and what people say to do, right? When it comes to mates and marriages and stuff. They don't really know what they want until they experience it.
Right.
So in the event, because most women that have stuck to their don't get married shit are women that have been married. I had a dude to tell me on as a matter of fact, I think we was on TikTok about a week ago. He was like, it just be them single women that be telling women don't get married. I said, a single woman ain't never told me not to get married. Every woman that said don't get married been married before. He was like, huh?
Right.
I said I've never, from even as a single woman, I wouldn't dare tell somebody else not to get married. I said I ain't never heard that. He was like, oh, I said, sir, I'm a woman, and I can assure you, the average woman ain't told no woman that who ain't did it before. Most women that say don't do it have done it.
And I think most men who said don't do it
Have done it.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. But this man was trying to argue me down. That most single women keep their friends single. I'm like, what?
Right.
You sure? He was adamant about that, and I said, sir, man, let me tell you something. I met a older lady. This lady had to be, we was in Georgia Power one time, right there at Greenbrier. An older lady, she had to be about, I'm going to say she was about 60, 65 is what I'm going to put her at. We standing in, you know it's been years ago because Georgia Power ain't had nowhere for you to go in and pay your light bill in years.
Right.
So I'm standing in there, me and Real, and we chilling. We waiting for the line to go through because I'm first of all, you know our generation, we pay our stuff online, but I was paying for my mama. My mama didn't believe in
online. She wanted you to,
online.
put that
She
money
wanted
in your
you to
hand,
go in.
and I need a receipt.
So I'm standing in line, and a lady, we standing in line talking and stuff, and one of the older ladies, she asked me straight up. She was like, "Are you married?" I'm like, "Where the hell that come from?"
Right.
I was like, "No, ma'am." She was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, she just was talking, so I was like, "Why you ask me that?"
Right.
She said, I know, you know, a lot of times, you know, that's what people push and that's what people tell you need and da-da-da-da. She said, but I could be honest with you. She said, I lost my husband about 7 years ago. And I said, I'm sorry to hear that. She said, yeah. She said, and I can be honest. I don't think that's something that I would ever do again.
Right.
So I was like, dang. I was like, was it that bad? She was like, it wasn't bad at all. She said, but for what you all have to deal with and where y'all are. Now, this was years ago.
Damn it.
This lady said, I just don't think it's worth it.
Oh, wow.
She said, when we married, this is what this lady told me. She said, when we got married back in the olden days, we didn't have a choice.
Okay.
We didn't have a choice. We had to have men to get certain things in life. That's how life was set up for us.
Right.
I had never in my life thought about life like this lady explained it to me.
Right.
And we standing in the Georgia Power line. And she said we had to have a husband. We had to have a husband to get a bank account. We had to have a husband to get a house. We had to have a husband. She said, but the way she said, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's our Lord and Savior that put women in a different position to a certain extent. She said, now, I'm not saying you won't need no man, but you ain't got to marry him.
Right.
So by this time, I'm going up there to go on to pay my mama bill or whatever. When I leave, when I'm coming out, she said, you might not know me. She said, but you will forever remember our conversation.
Right.
And you know what? This is, yeah, because I was like 30-something. So this is almost 12 years later. And you know what I remember? Our conversation. And this lady did not know me. This lady knew nothing about me. Nothing. And that's what she told me.
No, wow.
And she said it was a difference. She said we married because we ain't had no choice.
Yeah, because you did back in them days. You had to have a husband for this. First, if you go get in there, first thing you say, where your husband at?
Exactly.
Yeah.
She said we had to do it.
And as a black woman, you definitely.
But see, then on the other hand, you got other people that'll say that they look at their marriage as a business. So you acquired things together. See, the only problem with that is when it's time to divide it.
Who did
what's
more
fair?
what?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, see, that's been one of the biggest things for me. I'd rather have a business partner to be with. I don't necessarily.
Not a business wife or husband.
Yeah, I don't necessarily need for it to be no husband or nothing like that. Like, because too much happened with them. I don't like so because people wake up every day and feel different. I'm not a person like that. I don't just wake up and be like, I don't even want you no more. I don't operate like that.
Right.
So to know that I'm trusting somebody to the point of trusting that they're going to wake up every day and choose me, I got to trust that. I don't think the Lord built me with that much trust in me.
But it's the way you put it sounds so medieval. I don't think it's just the person wakes up and changes their mind about you per se. I think a lot of times it's a wake up and reflect on life as to where they are and where they want to be. You may not even have anything to do with it. But I'm going to give you a good example. When I was married, I got married young. We all know this. I've said this on these podcasts many a times. I got married at 18. And we chugging along. 15th year, 18th year, 20th year. The 23rd year is when I guess she woke up and said, I don't even want to be rich no more. You get what I'm saying? So my mind wasn't on that. But I think it was she reflected on the fact that she had been married a very long time. She had kids. All my kids by the same person. All her kids by the same person. And she felt like that she didn't necessarily get to fulfill a lot of the stuff she wanted to.
A lot of
and that
women
reflected
do that.
back on me as being her husband because I may have been a roadblock to that, which I don't think I was because anything she wanted to do, I tried to make sure it happened. I felt like that was what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, but she couldn't bust it open like she wanted to.
Probably.
With you in the way. So you're in the way and her in the way was
It's
two
two
totally different things.
Right.
But I have seen a lot of women feel like they have missed something.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. They feel like they have missed something. And the reality of it is they ain't missing nothing.
Right.
But it's the mere fact of that's still in their mind.
Right. Right.
And as soon as they get out of those marriages for those long times, those long marriages or whatever that they started when they were young, a lot of times they get out of them and a lot of them do blossom. They do blossom, but a lot of them do not.
Wither on the vine. Slick says, but you can't expect all women to be the same.
That's my whole thing.
You can't treat your new girl on shit your old girl did. I guess you can't.
Well, so what happens is with each marriage or relationship you have, one after another, you starting from experience. So your very first one may have been a horrendous situation. It may not have been all bad or whatever, but it could have been something that tore you to the core. You're not going to start your next relationship as vulnerable as you were with the one that tore you to the core. That's unreasonable. That ain't even logic.
You have to
Because
learn
why
certain
would
things.
you do that? You have to start from experience. And if your first experience was something that that you didn't enjoy, or it was something that wasn't really favorable, you at least learned. See, I'm one of them kind of people where I even if I don't. I honestly feel like even if I don't know what I want, I know that each relationship that I've ever been in has taught me what I didn't want. So if I could get a piece of paper and I could write down what I don't want, I'm kind of okay with that. Because each relationship, each marriage, each whatever, even friendships, people are going to come with something different. But as long as they don't check off what I don't want over here,
they good.
I could be okay with it. And I'm not going to tell a person what I don't want.
But if I see signs of
But if I see you leaning towards what I know I can't tolerate, I'm going to say something.
I'm gonna give a good example for me. My mother, I've said it before, most of her boyfriends abused her.
Okay.
So I'm saying to myself, if you know this one abused you and this one is showing signs of doing the same thing the previous one did, why you gonna stay? Why you gonna stick around and say, I'm just gonna see? You get what I'm saying? Because you learned from the last one.
Well, the thing about it is, abuse look different for a lot of people.
Right, and I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, we're talking about experience.
I'm finna tell you, and you will repeat certain things until you get the lesson out of it, right? If you don't get the lesson out of it, if you don't even fix what even drew you to that abusive person, because you'll be surprised, a lot of women choose their abusers.
Right. And I get that. And my mama chose the same
Yeah,
one
no,
over and
seriously,
over.
they do, but they don't, until she gets the message out of it, it wouldn't change for her because she ain't learned the lesson yet.
Right. But I'm using that as an example of.
No, I get it.
If you're not going, them signs gonna be there.
Correct.
And if I see them signs, then I gotta change the narrative.
I absolutely agree with you, and that's the God honest truth. Honestly, it is. Like it's the God honest truth. Like if you so any situation that you leave undone, you gotta face it again, right? So if you went through an abusive relationship and you got away alive, but you still protected your abuser, you're probably going to bump into another abusive person, right? But you think about the people who have not only dealt with their abuser, but put them behind bars or something even worse. They kind of dealt with their situation. They looked at it head on. They didn't protect them in no kind of way. So more than likely, they won't go to another abusive person.
Right.
Because they know how this could be. You feel what I'm saying? But if you one of them people that protect your abusers,
Yeah.
don't call, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to be faced with the situation until you figure out, baby, you don't deserve that.
And you know, a lot of people think that abuse thing is a love thing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Slick said, you don't love me unless you hit me. My ex-wife, because I was always kind of nonchalant about things. I didn't let things really get me upset about stuff. And she would get
and
mad.
that's the
and be
problem,
like,
Lab. You got the
Why don't
chalant.
you get mad? Why don't you hit me or show me some emotion? I'm like, but there really what happened was not really for me to get on 10 about.
Let me tell you something. Because emotions is what. So emotional intelligence is what set animals and humans apart, right?
Definitely.
And a lot of times, if a woman feel like they can't set you off emotionally, you don't love them. Not understanding that it is like if your husband has made you feel safe enough and has never gone overboard, you ain't showed you none of that, that's healthy. But if your examples ain't been healthy, you think something wrong with him.
Right.
He don't love me for real.
Right.
What? Because he ain't
fussing.
Now,
and
I
yelling
can be honest with you. I do want a man with, I'm nonchalant, so I need a man that's chalant a little bit.
Right. Right.
Because otherwise, we're going to be like, you don't care? Me neither.
Right.
Like, somebody got to care a little bit. And because I know it ain't going to be me.
Right. You need him to chalant.
I'm going to need him to chalant a little bit. Because
Right.
otherwise, I don't know.
Right. Right.
But, and a lot of people don't really understand that, and I get it, but,
you have to walk that fine line of chalant and nonchalant. And for me, I learned how to walk that fine line by watching my mother. And all her boyfriends being very chalant.
Exactly.
Overly chalant.
Seriously, exactly.
Right.
Because they show you that they weren't emotionally intelligent.
Right.
And then, because see, a lot of women feel like they deserve that. Well, I said this, and he bopped me upside my head.
Please.
And I'm going to tell you something else too, Loud. I was just telling somebody yesterday, knowing when to shut your damn mouth is a skill that a lot of people need to master.
We all want the
I
last
told my
word.
cousin that last night, I said, knowing when to shut the fuck up. That is a
That's
skill
healthy.
that people need to master.
Right.
Because I have seen women take it to the extreme.
Right.
I
Right.
have seen men take it to the extreme, and I'm like, all they got to do is shut up.
But see, the thing is, I think a lot of people's vision of taking it to the extreme. So if I feel like you taking it to the extreme, I'm gonna take it to the extreme. Well, you may not have even been taking it to the extreme, or I may not have think that I took it to the extreme to where you had to take it to the extreme.
Let me tell you something. The advantage that I have over most women is I know when to shut my damn mouth.
Women don't know how to do that now.
And a lot of women don't.
Right.
I'm not one of them women.
Right.
I'm not finna push your buttons.
Right.
I'm not finna try to get a reaction out of you.
Uh-huh.
I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
The emotions that I'ma need from you is really love.
Right.
Like the real kind. The genuine kind.
And that's another thing we gonna talk about another show. Do men and women really even know what love looks and feels like?
They know from their examples, and see that's another thing.
Some of them don't have them.
My point exactly. Because I was raised in a loving family, my superpower is I know what love is.
Mm-hmm.
I know what love is. So that's a superpower that I have, and what I had to understand was I was not attracting men that had a clue about it.
Right.
Because they had sustained so much
trauma,
other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that it has a lot to do with too. I attract the first boys of the families, right?
Mm-hmm.
A woman can have a batch of children. She can have 9 boys. The
one
one that I'ma attract is the first one.
Right. Right.
The one
oldest.
everybody leaning on.
Right. Right.
The one.
I think my problems with relationships came, like I saw my mother's stuff, but luckily I had a balance of somewhere else to go. Grandmama,
Of course.
granddaddy, 5 uncles, 4 aunts. You know what I'm saying? Great grandmama, great great grandmama. You get what I'm saying?
You had a great great grandmama?
Oh yeah, I knew my great great grandmama.
That's what's up.
She was born 1870. She died in 1984.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I was 14 when she passed.
Right.
So I knew. I talked to her. We talked about her. We talked about stuff. You know, just civil rights era, all that. When
that
slavery
was a blessing.
Only thing she always used to say, she never wanted to really talk to the men folk. She'd tell you that. I don't want to talk to no men folk. I want to talk to little women folk. And she was blind, but she wasn't really blind. She would say, hey, all the men folk get out of here. And she only wanted to talk to the women most of the time. 95% of the time when she had conversations about anything as far as, you know, when slaves got freed and all that stuff, civil rights, said she only wanted to talk to women about it. Don't ask me why, but she only wanted to.
Because she sustained some type of abuse.
Talk to women. And she would always say, I only want to talk to women folk. But one other thing she would always say, because people would always ask her, well, what's it like being a slave? And she would always say, I was never no motherfucking slave. And just like I said it, was how it came out from her.
What?
Yeah, my belle. Sweetest lady, little bitty something. Like 5'1", 105 pounds soaking wet.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, so I knew her. I got to talk to all these women.
That's a blessing.
I got love from all these women. So when I got married younger and had, you know, kids, my trauma mostly came from the marriage and trying to figure that out.
Right.
Trying to figure what's good.
Because you think about it, it is traumatic trying to navigate a family at such a young age with no real knowledge, right?
Well, I was giving her love that I was getting, but I don't think that was the love that she received.
Exactly.
Right,
because so just because you thought that you was doing the right thing for your wife doesn't mean that she was receiving it like the right thing, right? So because your love language is this, that doesn't mean that that's what her love language is.
Right.
And that's something that people didn't really get into until we was older.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a young woman, it was certain things that I tapped into before a lot of people my age tapped into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say the way that I feel a lot of times has not just started. It's been a long going situation for me because of experience to a certain extent, and because I've always been a person that it didn't matter what other people thought. I'm doing what I feel is best for me.
Yeah. And people always ask me that, you know, like me not knowing my father, did it bother me? No, it didn't bother me because I was lucky enough. It's never been a question where I've never been that way, ever. And I'm not lying or fronting. I've never been that way. It's never concerned me.
How could you miss what you don't have?
Right. And I had grandfathers. I had uncles. Back then, I had people in my neighborhood You know what I'm saying? My best friend's father would take me places and with us, and so it wasn't a case of I was missing out on anything that my father would provide if I knew him. You get what I'm saying?
And then you never know, and what people fail to realize is you never know who your parents are.
What you say, you don't get a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, like, it's a gamble either way.
Right.
Whether they present or, you know, whatever. But we were saying earlier on, when it comes to people preying on your children and a predator choosing your child, it's more about who's paying attention. So even if you're present and you ain't paying attention to your children, they still wide open for a stranger to come take them. So, or for a stranger to get close to them. And if a stranger can get close to them, they can get close to you too.
Right. Because
children don't have the capacity a lot of times. They don't have the stranger danger capacity, mental capacity. They hear it and they know that sometimes you don't supposed to talk to strangers. But you think about you at their age, you was gonna take a chance sometimes, especially if the person was attractive or if the person made you feel a certain way and all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I always tell people, just being honest with you, just because your parents was present, that don't mean that they were attentive.
That's true.
When you see the parents taking children on the weekends and the children like, whoa, I just love the parent to take them on the weekend because it's all fun the whole weekend.
Right.
Because guess what? You finna go back home.
Right.
Why would I not let you have fun for these couple of days?
Right.
But if it came down to it and that parent had to have that child or those children full time,
right,
it would be a whole different experience.
You have to balance the fun with the discipline. I mean, it's got to be a even balance.
But if you only present on the weekends, on your assigned weekends,
right, and not during the week, not at the
that's
teacher parent conferences.
That's one of the reasons why I never cared for an arrangement when it comes to co-parenting. Because how in the hell you gonna tell me on a Tuesday that I don't need you? Because it ain't your Tuesday.
Right.
What?
Right. Parenting never stops.
And my point exactly. So when you see people going through custody battles and you see people going through things that things that are similar, what are y'all really taking into consideration?
Right.
And I'm thinking about, I got just a few more minutes on and then we're gonna end our show or whatever, but I even look at the little girl, her mom, I think his name Haley. Her mom and dad were together. They were married. They had children, prior to getting married or whatever, and they ended up getting pregnant with the baby with I think the mama's name is maybe Haley or something.
Okay.
But however, they got pregnant with the baby. They had the baby. Come to find out, the husband, basically was had some infidelity going on.
Right.
So the mom decided to leave the husband, but the little girl had chronic asthma. And so throughout the divorce, and he ended up marrying the young lady he was having an affair with.
Okay.
So throughout the divorce, it was always looked upon, the mama just, bitter, They really wanted it to be a case like that, and the mother was very adamant, I'm more concerned about the care for my child when my child is not with me. I know what my child go through.
Right.
The judge, you just mad because he with the woman that... The lady was like...
The judge say this?
This is kind of like how they treat her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just mad. My whole thing is, when it come down to divorces and stuff like that, I can be mad. Especially if I ain't fuck it up. What are you talking about?
Right.
You don't want... I understand you might not want me to be mad. But I can be mad if I have given my marriage all I got, and the only thing I got in return was disrespect and a whole Infidelity, yeah.
I'm a little
I
upset.
can be upset about that.
I'm a little ticked off.
And so the judge was just like, you know what, she ended up ruling that the little girl, you know, for the rights or whatever, child, the little girl died right before Christmas. In the custody
Of the father.
of the the daddy's new wife, the one he, you know, in her custody.
Wow.
And the mother only thing she is saying is, this is what I was trying to avoid. But they wanted me to seem like I'm the crazy, I'm the bitter one, this, that, and the other. She was like, when I was okay with my marriage being dissolved and not working out, I was truly okay with it. I knew what I had been doing.
But I ain't okay with nobody treating my
But
child
I'm not
type of way.
okay with her whole thing is, but I can't be okay with my child leaving here due to neglect.
Right, I agree with
Then not only did the husband reach out to her kind of late, he reached out to her through an app that's telling them their child is in distress.
He just couldn't pick up the phone and call her.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Get what he said.
Miss Lot, baby not doing good. You need to be up to the hospital right
Get
now.
what he said. She changed her number. She said, but when I changed my number, I sent all of my information to him. You think I'm finna let my baby go with the other parent and he don't have no way to get in touch with me?
Right. How did you pick her up? Go back to that place where you picked her up at.
The
baby.
stepmama picked her up from school.
Okay, go to school and say, look, I call the school and say, hey, we don't have the number.
When-
I'm sorry. I lost it.
The stepmama picked her up from school, and I love the way she is handling things, just like with a whole lot of grace. Because I know losing your child has had to have been one of the worst things that could have happened when you was telling the people that was supposed to keep her safe
What was
going on.
Right.
She put up a video, and she when her baby, she said just so happened when her little girl came back from her dad's house one time, she was her breathing was off, and she said she started recording, and she asked her, she said on the video you can see her, she asked her, she said, did you take your medicine? And she said no. She said, no, I didn't. So she said, let me see the medicine bottle. She passed her the medicine. She said, all of your medicine is still here, and you've been over there 2-3 days. And she said, yeah, I didn't take it. Your child got chronic asthma.
Bad asthma. And I know that type of asthma because my auntie Angie had.
Your child got, you know what kind of child you got. You know what your child dealing with, because before you decided to step out of your marriage, you was with your child every day.
You know,
And you
this
mean
your
to tell
child.
me that you thought it was okay for her not to take the medicine that you know is pretty much helping keep her alive? Man, protect these children, even if it's from the other parent.
That's right.
And it's only so much you could do when it comes to certain situations, but that's kind of like what it brought me back to, looking at her mom and how she's dealing with her death and stuff like that. But you got, like, at some point you got to realize when children are involved, there are things that have to take place. If you decided to dissolve the marriage, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. That's cool. But you still have to keep in mind the best interest of the child. Now he's sitting there fighting for all kind of stuff that the lady was like, he didn't even have to fight for it, because I would have been willing to give, like,
A lot of times
we're the
it's just that
parents.
simple.
We're the parents. What are we
He
doing?
put it on the show for the new wife.
That's what I'm saying. But because nobody hates you more than the next person that a lot of times these other parents deal with, because of the things that they have said to them, the things that they have tried to make them believe and make them believe about you. It's terrible. But I do appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all make sure our platform is Misfits Radio and TV. That's us on every digital platform you can put in. And if you think you want to support us, if you feel like you want to support us, you put us in any digital platform and we're going to come up.
That's right.
So we do appreciate you guys for tuning in, for tapping in. We have a different podcast on our station every night of the week, and we actually have openings for more. So if you guys see where you want to become a podcast host, you let us know. And if it's something that we feel like will be conducive for both parties, because it ain't a one-way thing. You know, you can have the idea and you can want to do it, but if it's something that we feel that that would, you know, be conducive to our radio station, please let us know what the idea is, and we can move forward from there. But we greatly appreciate you guys, and we will see you all, if not next Sunday, the Sunday after that. But you can check us out every night of the week for different podcasts now. All right, I'll see y'all later.
What's wrong with you, dog? Ride around here to that lane ish, yeah, let's listen to that same old ish. Niggas jacking niggas swag. Nigga, I wanna ride to a station, nigga, where they keep that shit in heavy rotation. You wanna listen to that gangster, you know where to go, nigga. The pack just landed, the tractor trailers, they backing in. Get in the mix with the Westside Misfits every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. Let's get it. Light year.
Loud. Turn this one up, my boy.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Misfits Radio.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On Misfits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On Misfits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show.
From 3 to 5, they going live on Misfits Radio. Every Sunday, yeah, they certified. My favorite show. New guest this week, ain't no surprise what you been praying for. If you trying to take their top spot, you better pray some more. Slick got the camera rolling, lab on the 1s and 2s. Mixalot, they going in the dirt and someone come for you. This my favorite podcast, you listen, it's your favorite too. Playing all the hits where they in trouble if they play with you. Artists in your music in, come and get an interview. Tune in every Sunday, cause you know that's what I'm about to do. 3 to 5, they going live, black owned and black operated. Indie hits the mainstream, if it's hot, they gonna play it. I ain't even gotta say it, watch it back on Roku. Going live on IG or catch the show on YouTube. Tune in every Sunday and catch up on the latest news. Or close your ears and close your eyes, cause that's what all the haters do.